Hi everyone, welcome to another video. So in this video we shall look at camera detail settings of the Nokia 6. Yes, this is the Nokia 6 in my hand, which is a really gorgeous phone in my opinion because of this copper lining. Otherwise it's just a slab phone that doesn't have anything special, but still when they have given you this not silver lining, but this is the copper lining you have got here, and it looks really beautiful in my opinion. They have given you a matte finish on the back to give that really nice grip, and it is not a glass reflective glass at all, which is good in my opinion. This matte looks really nice and it goes very well with the finish and build quality. So this is the Nokia 6 and this is the camera user interface. In order to quickly go to the camera user interface wherever you are on the mobile, you just double tap on the lock screen button here, and instantly you will be into the camera user interface. So rear you get the 16 megapixel and on the front you get the 8 megapixel camera shooter. So this is how the viewfinder looks in 16:9 aspect ratio. This is full on mode. Unfortunately this doesn't have an infinity display, which is okay I guess if you're used to this type of display from the beginning. So this is how it is, and you have got a plethora of options to play with on the camera user interface so that you get really nice images every single time. So this is the first setting you have here on the left, which activates the selfie camera. If you want to turn on the selfie camera, you just tap on this. Otherwise again if you tap, you will go back to the rear camera. So the next option is the flash setting. In order to turn on forcibly, you have to tap on this. If you want to turn off, that is off, and if you want to switch it to auto mode, you have the auto flash enabled. So the next one is the high dynamic range, which is HDR. So what this does is suppose especially it really works in landscape photography. If you're doing landscape photography, for example, say that the foreground elements is not properly lit and you want to get the detail from the foreground element because the sky and the other things are exposed properly. So if you want to get that detail, you just tap on this HDR on and activate it, and make sure you have very steady hand, otherwise you will get blur pictures. So just tap on this and you get properly exposed detail shots from the HDR mode. So what it does is basically it gives you the colors between white and black, the shades of black, the shades of white. It will give you properly exposed pictures. It will cover all the colors properly and it will give you extra dynamic range. So that's how it works, and that's why it is called high dynamic range. So the next setting is the timer. Here you have 3 seconds and 10 seconds timer. You can activate it from here. If you tap on 3 seconds and press on the shutter button, after 3 seconds it will capture the image. So that's how the timer works. And the next one is the picture mode. For example, if you want to capture from both the camera, say you are capturing your friend's picture and you want to be in that frame as well, so just tap on this dual and both the cameras will be activated side by side, and if you just tap, you will also be in that frame. So that's how the dual works. And there is picture in picture mode as well. Say that you want to capture the background landscape, and along with that you want to show that you were at that location, and you just use the picture in picture mode so that you will be also in that frame. So that's how this work. They have given this feature, which is nice thing, which is not so much available on other cameras. So this is a good thing. The next one is the beauty mode. If you want to turn it manually on, you can do that, and there is the beauty level here. It does make the background out of focus, but newer mobiles, other mobiles such as Vivo and Oppo, what they do is they implement the artificial intelligence, so that works really well. It's not quite to that level, so that's one disappointing thing, but still you get the portrait mode so that you can blur the background very nicely, so you can use it in various situations. So that's how this beauty mode works. So the next thing is this stripe button. If you just tap on this, you'll get the usual photo mode, that is what we are in right now, and you can capture the panorama on this Nokia 6. And if you just tap again, you'll go to the pro mode. So this is where they have given you a couple of settings where you can tweak to get your image accordingly. So for example, at the first you have the auto white balance. This is useful especially if you are capturing the picture in say golden hour or say blue hour in the sunrise time. So you can use this and get the properly exposed proper color image, and even in the indoor situation it works But the disappointing thing again here is that you cannot customize the number. There are some default preset modes such as the sunshade and tungsten and whatnot. Just for available modes, you can just activate that, and if it gives you proper colors, then make sure you use this auto white balance. The next one is this focus mode. You can manually focus from the closest distance. It is around 5 centimeters, I would say. So the manual focus works from here to all the way up to infinity. So if the focusing system is not working properly, you can always watch on this manual focus. I think the very nice thing that I said earlier is that the focusing system on this Nokia 6 works really good. I'm really impressed with how they have written the programming for the focusing system. So it really works very well from the camera sensor. So that's how it is. And the next one is the ISO mode. You can set to auto. I would suggest you to leaving this to auto because of the fact that if you just keep on increasing number, it gets noisier images, and for that you have to compensate the shutter speed and do such things. So leaving it auto works very well than changing it manually. The next setting is the shutter speed. So the shutter speed ranges from 1/500 of a second to up to 4 seconds. So this is the range. I wish they could have given you up to 1/2000 second. The sensor would have at least supported that, but unfortunately that's not a thing. So if you want to capture quick motion objects, then you have to set the shutter speed to 1/500. If you want to get that smooth silky of water silky pictures, smooth pictures, you just get to 2 seconds or 4 seconds, then you will get that smooth effect. So that's how shutter speed works. You can change it manually. And the next one is the exposure compensation. So how this works is, say that you are capturing the picture and you have got a lot of darker images and you want to expose it properly. So you just give it a one stop. Unfortunately there is no 0.5 stop. You directly go to one stop, +1 and +2, that's it. So see how the brighter image it gets, but it overblows the images as well. So for certain situations it works really well, and you can use it at that situation. So it depends on where you are taking the picture. So that's how the exposure compensation works. Even in normal photo mode, you can use the exposure compensation. If you just tap on it and while focusing there is this slider, you can move. This is the exposure compensation. Here you can neatly change, but unfortunately not on the pro photo mode. See, if you are happy with this, just tap on this and you get this nice looking image, detail and sharp. See how sharp the picture is, 16 megapixels of goodness. So these are the settings, these are the pro level options on this Nokia 6. On the right hand side, if you want to capture the video, you just tap on this. It of course captures 4K video. You have the slow motion, you have the time lapse, and there is this setting for video. And here, as you can see, there is a resolution where you can change the resolution from 1080p to Ultra HD 4K. So which is really nice that they have given you this option, and you can actually live broadcast if you are logged into the YouTube or other accounts. If you just tap on this Facebook or YouTube, you can directly go live while capturing whatever video you want. So these are the option. And while you are in photo mode, the another thing I wanted to show is in the settings. So if you go to the settings, there is this shutter control. If you want to use that shutter button to take burst shots, you can do that. And you have the shutter sound. If you want to get that sound when you press the button, you can activate from here. You can activate the grid from here so that you get better composition pictures. And you have the watermark here. If you just tap on the watermark, you can change it to time or even your name. So just tap on this small arrow, it will keep changing it to location unknown, and you have the timing. So again there is this watermark of Nokia Zeiss. So if you want to showcase their model, Nokia Zeiss watermark you get. If you don't want that, you can write on your own, which is nice thing they have given you to control. See, for example, if you just tap on this pencil mark, you can change it to whatever text you want and just tap on OK. And that's the watermark you get. So you can literally move it anywhere on the screen, on the viewfinder here. So just click the picture and boom, you have the picture with your own watermark. So there is not really much to customize, but still you get the option to keep a watermark. So the another setting is the mirror photos for the front camera. So if you are taking selfie and your image is flipped, so you can activate this and get the proper image. There is this location tag, GPS tag obviously. So if you want to tag and if you want to say that you have taken this image on this particular location, in this particular location, so you can just enable that. You have the data storage changing option from phone's memory to SD card. You have the resolution, but there is 16 megapixel, but you will be capturing 16 megapixel in 4:3 aspect ratio. Unfortunately, that is the standard thing they are still keeping with. And if you want to get the full screen mode 16:9, you will be with the 8 megapixel. At least they have given these options to change, which is a really nice thing, which is not available on the recent mobiles like Vivo V9 and other mobiles. They have left out that. They have given you only full square and other mode, so you still get to change the image size of the picture. So that's a really nice thing. So for 16 megapixel you have to capture in 4:3 aspect ratio. The last setting is the reset setting, so everything will get reset. So these are the options available on this Nokia 6. I gave you a tutorial of this camera settings, whatever it is available here. So I hope this video was helpful. Stick around, stay subscribed. See you all in the next video. Till then, take care everyone. Bye bye.